I've been speaking to a lot of these girls, whether it's Mithali, Jhulan, Smriti and all of them. And the one question that they want to ask the president or want an answer for is that a priority? Do you really want, your vision is to do a full-fledged IPL? And what these girls have all, sort of the question that I see lurking around is, will they also get their bilateral series? Is that also a priority for the board?
Yeah, at the present moment, some of the other countries are not keen. We were supposed to go to Sri Lanka to play the bilateral, but obviously the Sri Lankan board are not keen to have cricket at the moment because of the health hazards and the COVID issues in their country. But yes, bilateral cricket will start. I was a little disappointed with the World Cup in New Zealand being postponed for a year. It would have been easily done because New Zealand as a country, COVID cases are not there at all. But women's cricket is on the rise. It's up to the women to get better. Harmanpreet Kaur, Smriti, Shefali, Mithali has obviously been a legend for a long period of time. It's up to these young players to take the game forward, because I've always believed any sport will only go forward if the quality of that sport is the way upward. And I think women's cricket is on the way upward. We've seen for the last 3 or 4 years, India have consistently challenged the best, whether it was England in that World Cup, whether it was Australia in this World Cup. They have challenged the best, and hopefully they will win a World Cup very soon.
Fingers crossed for that. I mean, really, we need to break that jinx, whether it's men or women. Now coming to the next one, Sourav, you've done the IPL, but then you're sending your team to perhaps what is the marquee series of the year. I mean, from the bio bubble to another bio bubble. Tell me about that. Again, the Australian board is on record saying the BCCI was great when they coordinated with you all. So give me a little bit of the understanding of the backstage, what's going on there, and your thoughts on the Australia series. And now as a former cricketer, not simply as president.
Well, it'll be a great series. I've said, I gave an interview a couple of days ago, and I said India has got as much chances winning in Australia as Australia has. We have a good bowling attack. If we put runs up on the board, if we bat well, we should be there. We won last time when we visited Australia 2 years ago. Yes, people are saying there was no Smith, there was no Warner. Yeah, it's fine. They are not the same side, but I think even this team is capable of beating the best Australian team. It'll be a great series with the white ball cricket starting, and then the day-night test in Adelaide, which I'm looking forward. I don't know whether I'll be able to go there or not, because the 14-day quarantine is too long. It's too long, but Australia is looking forward. I'm told that they'll have crowd for the Boxing Day and the New Year's test this time. It's a great place to play cricket, Australia. And I'm happy that the tour is going on. Australia, England, South Africa, West Indies are great places to tour, to play the sport. And yes, there will be a little bit of quarantine issues early on, but it's not as tough as the IPL, because the Australian government is a bit more relaxed than what the Indian government or the government in Dubai was, because the COVID cases there are very negligible. So it will not be as tough for the players. I'm sure they'll be able to go out and go for their meals and dinners and walk around the Yarra River at the MCG or on that park in Sydney and have a breath of fresh air. So it's going to be a great series, and I know that the players are looking forward to it.
And you've said at least you want the families to travel, which will be excellent if they are able to have companionship, because they are staying so many months away from family.
And I think that will happen. That will happen. In the past also, families have travelled with the players. I don't see any problem in that, and I'm sure it's going to happen this time as well.
Sort of now to the critical one. I mean, one has to ask you this. And it's a batsman's take. The whole country wants to know your thoughts on Rohit Sharma. Can he make it? Because red ball cricket more for me than white ball, because the test series for me is the marquee series. As a batsman, from what you know, can Rohit Sharma still be available?
Hope so. He's got a hamstring tear. That's what been reported by the physio from the national team and also the Mumbai Indian physio. But he's a batsman. He's not a fast bowler. We want him to recover, because he's an asset for India. He along with Virat makes the side even stronger. I don't know whether he'll be fit straight away for the white ball cricket, but fingers crossed, both him and Ishant Sharma. Ishant Sharma would definitely be, and we're looking forward to Rohit Sharma being fit for those 4 test matches, because when you go to Australia, you look forward to those test matches. When you go to England, you play white ball cricket, you play T20 cricket, but it's the test match at Lord's, it's the test match at the Oval, and it's the same thing in Australia. It's the Boxing Day test, it's the New Year's test, and now it's the pink test, day-night test. So these are landmarks in cricketing history. You know, you want to finish your career with 100 at Lord's, you want to finish your career with 100 at the Boxing Day test or a pink test, and I think these will always remain. So I am looking forward to the test series. I know we talk about one-day cricket, we talk about T20 cricket filling up the stands, but for me this series will be those 4 test matches.